Hello, everyone, again. Welcome back to Sumuji Radio Show. Today we have a little bit of a different episode, as I wanted to introduce another side of Sumuji, the Butlers of Sumuji. Hello.
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 Hello. Hi.
Hello, boys. Can each of you introduce yourselves?
Who's going first?
You.
Me? Oh,
Yeah, you
Yeah.
should.
hi. Hi, everyone. I'm Butler Rio. I am the line butler, and you probably remember me from the previous the interview that I had not that long ago. Hello.
Yeah. And what about our avocado? Introduce yourself.
All right. Hello, I'm Butler V, the avocado butler. You guys haven't met me yet, but I'm looking forward to talk to everyone again.
Yeah. And lastly, we have.
It's the Banana Butler. I'm Butler Haru,
Yeah.
and this is actually my first time on the Smuji podcast, so I'm
Yeah.
pretty new. Well, not new to Smuji, but like just this whole thing in general.
You're like the first wave of the Butlers, right? I think
Yeah.
you and B.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, you guys were both there.
Start together.
So we'll start with my first question here. So we'll start with Rio. How did you find out about maid cafes?
This was we brought this up when I was interviewed last time.
Yeah, refresh my memory again.
I was super into Oran High School Host Club.
Oh, right.
Because I started my weeb phase kind of late in like 2011, 2012. And I really wanted to be a host club member. And obviously Black Butler was around and stuff. So I watched
Oh,
a lot
yeah.
of the older anime that a lot of people got into. So I was like, oh, I could do that. I could be a host member. And I did more research and I looked around and I just realized that, oh, there's this a real thing that, Japan does. And, I got more and more into it that way. And because I didn't know when I watched Oron High School Host Club that was kind of a thing. Just clubs that you would go to and people would serve you. I didn't really think that was actually a thing that still existed.
Yeah.
So I
Well.
did more research and I found out about maid cafes, and they are really popular in Japan, and they still are. So that's how I found out.
And I would say they're still kind of popular in like
Oh,
conventions.
for sure.
The anime crowd, you know? Yeah. What about you, V? How did you find out about maid cafes?
For, so the first time I heard about maid cafes and that actually being a thing that people attend to was like my first few cons that I was gonna go to in high school.
Yeah.
Which like Sabo 10, 2010 or 12, somewhere between those time years. And so I had friends that were gonna go because it was I think it was a 4-day week thing event or 3-day. And so it was a Friday, and my friends ended up ditching school to go there, and I stayed at school.
Oh no.
You stayed in school like a good boy?
Wow.
I stayed, but then the next day when I met up with them at the cafe, they're like, "Oh yeah, you missed out. There was a cute maid cafe." I'm like, "What?" They're like, "What is that?" And they gave me a break. I'm like, "Oh, it's pretty cool." I should have skipped.
But that sounds like day one cafe, day zero, or was it day
like,
one?
Day 1 to 0. I don't know for sure. I just know it was like stuff going on that day, and my friends ditched for school, and I wanted to, but I was a good kid, and
I mean,
didn't
you're
have
still you're still a good guy. So.
yeah.
Aw,
Good boy.
good boy, V.
All right. Well, what about Haru?
Yeah. What about Haru?
Well, when I first found out about maid cafes was kind of sort of like Butler Rio's way of how he found out. I was just like
Ooh.
a general weeb, and through like, being watching anime and typical Japanese video games, I kind of got sort of into maid cafes that way. But I didn't actually think they were a real thing until I went to like my first con. I think Sumuji actually was like my very first experience being
Aw.
into a cafe and seeing what it was really like. So
Yeah.
I guess Sumuji is probably the main way I found out about maid cafes. So.
Were you a
Genji?
guest?
Yeah, he was a
Yeah,
guest.
I was a
Oh,
guest.
I don't
Also
remember
Genji,
that.
right?
Yeah, I was cosplaying as Genji
He was
from
green,
Overwatch when I
green
first came
Hanzo.
to Yeah, that was everyone's first impression of me, and now I'm always.
Yeah.
I guess because I didn't meet you until after you were in the cafe, I suppose.
Yeah.
So okay.
Yeah, I remember him there actually. There's in the photos from our first event, you can see him like sitting there playing Uno, having a good time.
Yeah.
And that's on you as Genji. I was like, I remember seeing that smile. I'm like, look at that smile.
Aw.
Aw.
And now look at where you are.
Now I'm in the
Yeah.
cafe.
Now you're in the cafe.
Now he's like a Butler expert at this point. Alright, so my next question for you guys is, what made you want to join a cafe as a butler?
I guess.
Well, I know you went
I
into depth
mean-
about it. You were like, can I be like my animes?
Well, I mean, yeah, that and I had always, I guess, ever since I started in conventions, I was always around cafes.
Oh,
Like
yeah, I
every one of my
remember
every one of my friends or significant others were in cafes, and I was always helping them hold their bags or just wait for them to be done with the cafe. And I thought it was always fun. Especially I was like, oh, if you guys could do it, I want to do it. But there's the rules where if you're dating someone, you can't be in the cafe. Yada yada yada. But I had a lot of friends in cafes, and I was like, oh, I could do that. So I would dress up sometimes in like a vest and a tie, and I would go to the con one day because I didn't have cosplays back then. I never really cosplayed. But I was like, I'm a butler, I'm a part of their thing, but I wasn't. So, but that obviously seeing them bring joy and happiness to people made me want to become a butler and experience that lifestyle of posh and extravagance and happiness.
I think you're a really good butler too, so.
Good
You're
of
very
the small two or three cafes so far.
I feel like you have a good time at 'em, and it shows.
I do. They're very fun.
Yeah.
I love seeing everybody happy and making people happy and smile. And I know cons can be crazy, hectic, and stressful. So I know what we do helps alleviate some of that stress for at least a little, like an hour or two.
Yeah, and people get, like, a muffin and, like, games, like, come on.
Yeah,
Like
sometimes when we serve food, I'm like, whoa, all right, okay.
like,
Yeah,
let's
free
get
You
food.
know?
business, yeah.
Like I really hope they don't eat all of this so I can have a snack at our break time. But no, I I always love that aspect too. I'm like, man, this is actually like because I've heard people talk in the lines and they're like, is there gonna be food? And I'm like, you
Like, yeah,
betcha.
there is.
There's gonna be delicious pastries, and you only get one lemonade though because people
Or
love
iced tea.
lemonade. Or ice.
So, Haru?
Yeah,
Me?
Haru, what made you
Oh,
want
yeah.
to become a butler?
Well, I guess put it simply, I just wanted to make more friends.
Oh,
Did you think that happened?
Yeah, did it happen? Do you have friends?
No.
Oh,
No, I'm just
Oh.
kidding. But
oh, so I guess for nothing then. All right.
I'm joking. Oh my. But yeah, my first experience in the maid cafes was also like my first experience into like anime conventions as well. And I
Uh-huh.
was like, I really wanted a way to get into that scene, like somehow, some way. And when I saw that applications were up for Sumuji, I was like, oh, this is my chance to get into the community and make friends. Because I was like, I was, I didn't, I won't say I didn't have friends at the time, but like being at the Sumuji cafe as a guest and seeing everyone's like vibe and like general fun energy, I just wanted to be friends with them so bad. So like
Yeah.
I signed up for Sumuji and here I am.
Yeah.
Wow.
and I made a lot of connections and friends through that.
I was gonna say, like, you have a good vibe, and I remember when I watched your audition video, I was like, "Oh, yeah, this guy is it." But, yeah, I'm glad you made connections, so
Yeah.
Yeah, now, yep.
A lot of people join cafes to make friends.
They do. I feel like all of us are really good friends in Sumuji now.
But I felt like, I mean, luckily enough, I had met everybody beforehand, so.
Except for me.
Yeah.
Except for you. Yeah, I do remember when you joined. You were the other guy.
I was just the other guy.
Because I knew of V, and
Me and Rio would just side eye each other.
Well, there was other guys. There's other guys in Sumuji, but I'm not as close to them because they live in different areas and stuff. So we don't really see them or talk to them that much. But when we see them at cafes, they're always really nice, and I like interacting with them. But yeah, you were the guy that kind of popped out of nowhere in the friend group, and I didn't know. I mean, I think I don't even remember where we first talked.
Yeah,
but I'm pretty sure it was one of the maids.
It was through one of our retired maids now.
Yeah. But I remember I think she invited you, and then we were hanging out or something.
Yeah.
Or it might have even been at a convention. And then I think we instantly hit it off.
Yeah.
Because I honestly don't even remember like an awkward period of our friendship. Because
like I said, I was new to the convention scene too, so there's no way you could have met me there either.
He was a fresh wee blue
Because
baby.
at this point in Sumuji, or then it was like 2017, 2018. I mean, I had been going to conventions for like five years at that point, 7 years.
Yeah.
And I had never seen you before, and I know faces. And then I was like, "Who's this guy? Is this guy trying to be a friend?" But
I know for sure we bond the most after cafes and we go out to eat together and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her most.
Aw.
I think
friends. Actually,
you sat next to each other in Flagstaff when we got food.
Was it?
Yeah, I actually have a bonding question a little later if you wanted to talk more in depth about that. Yeah. All right. So, so we're gonna. All right. So next question I have for you is, have any previous work or life experience that helped you to become a butler? Like, I know you said you did like theater and stuff like that.
Am I always going first then? Okay.
I mean,
well, I'm going in the tier of the tab
oh,
here.
well, no, I meant like answering. I guess I can go first.
Yeah.
I only a few select amount of people know. I worked at Mimi's Cafe.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you?
This is something I don't tell people that much. I worked at Mimi's Cafe for about 3 days.
Wow.
It was when I was a junior in high school, but junior year, obviously people say that it's one of the harder years because you're trying to get a lot done. And I was never really into school, but I specifically remember I'd have to wake up at like 6:30 to get to school. I'd go through all my school. I'd come home around like 2:30, and my shift would be like 3 to 11. And I did that for 3 days before I was like, I came home and I was like, I can't do this. I was like, this is way too much, because I was also focusing, on like the ACT and whatever else. So
school things.
I worked like the 3 days I did work. I actually had to like interact with like actual people, in kind of a cafe setting. I know Mimi's Cafe, it sounds like a cafe. It's kind of just a restaurant.
But it's like an
yeah,
Applebee's.
basically. It's a posh like breakfast Applebee's.
I've never been.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I don't.
You
really
don't recommend.
I mean, I haven't been. I was so embarrassed because I legitimately went up to my manager like on the last day, and I was like, "Hey, I don't think I'm cut out for this," just because I was in school, and it was kind of my first job, and I was overwhelmed. But that was it gave me experience. It's like obviously dealing with people, not dealing. I'm sorry, that sounds bad, but talking to people, it definitely helped me, get that confidence, because I would like to say that I'm a people person. I don't really get social anxiety if I have to talk to new people, especially at the con scene. I feel like that also works into it, like work experience, but con experience in general. I feel because you're at a designated space where you can assume that everybody around you is also interested in similar things to you. I feel like that definitely helps alleviate some of that stress that comes with being a butler or even a con attendee, because you could be enjoying the same thing as someone else, and they paid money to do things that you also do. So that definitely helps
Yeah.
out, being a butler, because you can, like, oh, you're cosplaying from this, I also like that, and that just gets the ball rolling. Or you can obviously ask if they like cafes, and then you can ask the history of them coming to cons. I feel like that helps me better tackle bringing our guests and our friends the best experience at Sumuji. So
Yeah.
Good answer. Good answer.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Good answer. People person. Yeah, good job. What about you, V? Any past work or life experiences that helped you like be a
I mean,
good butler?
I have a few that came into mind when you brought this up. One, well, of course, I worked as a server at a retirement home, so of
Mm-hmm.
course, working with old people, they all have special, food and items they can only eat, or like they have special requests all the time. So I had to like slowly memorize, and I did that by like talking to them, like, oh hey, how things going, talking to them. And it was like the same people all the time, so I got real close to most of them. So I got
Mm-hmm.
a good understanding of how people talk, what they like about all that. Another life experience
Mm-hmm.
was in high school. I was dating this girl whose mom was a teacher, and she would always
Ooh.
volunteer me to help her out with events.
Oh, she
Quote unquote
volunteered you.
volunteered me. Like I had no choice.
Volunteered.
But it was fun setting up like tables, booths, so that for like events for the kids, because she helped run a summer program. So of course in the summer I was in high school. I had no job, nothing to do except play video games. So I always had free time. So I always helped them out.
Yeah.
And of course I love spending time with my girlfriend and her family, yada yada. And then the
Mm-hmm.
last thing that I feel like really helped me was in college for my major. It was a topic that I don't want to publicly talk about, but the minor,
Yeah.
or what's it called, the not major, but the
I think
is it
that
Is it
yeah,
minor?
you're right.
yeah, it's been so long.
Yeah.
Sorry. My minor was communication. Okay, wait. I remember my job. I was trying to be a couples counselor, so I was taking a lot of classes about how couples work, how love works, yada yada. And so I took so many communication classes and how to properly talk to people, how to listen,
Ooh.
how not to attack people or feel people feel like attacked, because that's very easy to do if people don't understand that.
Mm.
And so it's always like change your words, think differently, reword your sentences to make it so like you want to talk, not you want to argue, or like I don't know. I thought like I was very into couples counseling and all that, and I got real into it until I dropped out.
Mm. Is that why you're so like easy to connect with? You're so
Maybe
nice to talk to.
or I also before people told me like I just looked approachable, like people can just approach me, and like it's like something about your
Yeah.
smile or like your eyes. I'm like, oh, okay.
I get the complete opposite.
That's cute.
Wait. People don't want to approach
So,
you.
well, I mean, you guys. I guess it's different with you guys, obviously.
Do people say you're intimidating?
Well, so yeah, in high school, even now, I do have like the resting face of like people like I'm angry. It looks like I'm angry all the time, and obviously now if we have to go out, I wear a mask. But like at my job, when I'm wearing my mask, I have like coworkers come up to me all the time. And they're like, "Why aren't you ever smiling or happy?" And I'm like, "Well." I'm like, what? Well, number one, I'm at work. But another time, but otherwise that I'm like, oh no, this is just how my eyes look or my face is. Because in high school I got that a lot too. They're like, we always thought that you were mad, and I would be So I wouldn't be mad at all. I would just be me. This is just
my
me.
face.
So but I can definitely see how V is approachable because he doesn't really ever get angry or mad. He's just always, you understanding.
Understanding.
I'm just always disappointed.
Me,
Chill.
I'm just super hyperactive when you don't, when I'm true friends would know that I'm very open and not angry all the time. I can get angry, but most of the time, most of the time, hopefully, it's a joking.
Yeah.
It's like everyone gets mad, so it's normal.
Yeah. Oh, and I want to add one more thing to V. I remember you said you used to be a server. I remember when we do serve food at events, you and Kiwi, you guys have it like
Oh, yeah.
down when it comes to serving because our Kiwi, she's also like a tip toppity server in her real life. And so she's like always on top of it. And I know that you and her, when you guys work together, you're like getting those drinks out, getting that food out, and it's just like, wow, please tell us what to do.
I always go up to Maid Kiwi.
Yeah.
Same.
I
She's
go
so
up to
good
her
at
like, can you? And she's like, yeah, just put it there. And I'm like,
She's basically an expert.
Your order's ready, go.
Sometimes I just go up to her and I was like, cookie.
And
Cookie.
there.
Muffin.
Yeah, muffin. Because she's
Yeah.
there like cutting the portions and stuff. And
Oh yeah, preparing everything.
Yeah. Yeah, if Sumuji was like a real like brick and mortar location, like Kiwi would definitely be like the kitchen, like back of the house manager, and she would like yell at us and boss us around and be like, yes, ma'am.
I will.
Yes,
Yep.
thank you.
Tell us what to do.
Fun fact, Kiwi was actually the first maid I've ever met. At Sumuji.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was handing out flyers for Sumuji, and I guess that's what got me interested to see the cafe. So thank you, Kiwi.
It was Kiwi that reeled you in.
Kiwi.
Oh my gosh.
We do send her to get people in because she's also approachable too.
Kiwi,
Kiwi's very friendly.
Kiwi is very, very friendly.
She approaches people.
Yeah, she will no joke, like no fear. We'll go out to people like, hey, want to come to a maid cafe?
Yeah, she definitely has no fear whenever for anything. She just goes for it.
Yeah.
Most of the time, whenever I'm with her, I'm like, oh, okay, I guess we're doing this.
Okay, back on topic.
Yeah, there's a lot of wild Kiwi stories in Sumuji, but we'll talk about that for another time. All right, Haru, what about you? What like work or life experience helped you become a butler?
Well, I've never had a real serving job, but like I've worked in food service and stuff, and jobs where you have to basically just talk to people. So I would say those kind of jobs really helped me get familiar with like talking to strangers and getting used to communicating, I guess. I never took any classes or anything like that besides like I guess my public
speaking class.
Yeah, public speaking. Yeah. That's what it was called. Thank you. But yeah, I took a public speaking class in uni once, and I guess that helped a bit.
Yeah, it could help a lot.
But overall, I guess my food service jobs has helped. And also, if you're looking to perform in Sumuji, which I do actually quite a bit, I used to be in my drama club in high school, and I performed in a couple of musicals, and that got me really used to performing in Sumuji because I sing and dance a lot in the cafe, if you haven't noticed.
Yeah, you do. He's like the triple threat in Sumuji now that I think about it.
Wow.
So that drama club experience really helped.
Yeah, wouldn't you be like leads in musicals too?
I was a lead in 2 of my musicals.
What were the musicals?
One was Seussical, the musical, the Dr. Seuss. I was Horton the elephant. I had to wear this elephant costume and sing.
Aww.
It was pretty fun. And then the other one is Bye Bye Birdie.
Oh, I remember.
A really old,
that's
a really old musical.
Hmm. I actually, I said I was a theater tech back in high school, but my senior year, I actually did join, like, the actual stage as a ensemble, I think.
Oh,
Ooh.
Yeah. It was fun, though. We did Guys and Dolls, and that was I remember making a lot of friends, actually, and I'm still friends with them, actually.
oh,
Very, very wholesome time, but yeah, I agree theater, like, for any younger listeners, if you wanted to try out performing, theater is really fun to try out.
Yeah.
don't be afraid to get in
Yeah.
there. I mean, I guess my theater experience was interesting because a lot. I mean, the school I went to, it was kind of actually like kind of like a sitcom because it was me and my one of my friends. We were in theater together, and we would bounce off of each other really well. But everybody else was seemingly there just for the credits. So all in all, it was very hard to work with them because they weren't super out there. But also, it was better because all the stuff that we did was seemed like 100 times like more amazing compared to everybody else's stuff. So that definitely helped. But just definitely get out there though if you want to try. If you're ever thinking about it, it's a good thing to experience at least once is getting out there and getting on stage or even helping out in the back. Because
Yeah,
that's experience, and you get to make
Yeah.
friends, and
Helps with performance
I
anxiety
realize
too if you get that.
it really does. I realize it's also very telling of my personality too, because I worked in theater tech for, like, most majority of high school, and here I am. Sumuji, I like to do, like, the behind the scenes kinda stuff too, so
mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to understand. Like, this is so much work. Respect.
What?
Thank
Oh,
you, thank
making a
you.
Discord call?
But
Hey, it was tough trying to figure this
yeah, like
stuff out.
There's a lot more than just a Discord call.
yeah,
Uh,
like all the editing in the background. Like, there's so much work behind the scenes that a lot of people forget about.
Yeah, like, I had to research microphones. I found it was pretty difficult, but I think that's a topic for
Yeah.
another time when we go on logistics. Alright, so we're gonna move on, and, if you I think we're, like, near the half of the end of our episode here, so we're gonna go really fast for this next one. So quickly, what advice do you have for people who want to become butlers in a maid cafe?
Real.
Just do it.
that's
Just do
yeah, no,
it?
that's basically no. Yeah, Butler Haru is right though. Honestly, uh,
I mean, yeah, he's, like, living evidence
Yeah.
of
exactly.
it, so
I
If
had no
you
prior
yeah.
experience or anything.
if you okay, number one, go to one. I say be a guest at as
Yeah,
many
yeah,
as you
yeah.
can. Because there's a lot of ones that'll go and be out, and right now it's virtual. But even stop by a virtual stream and see how they run things, and like follow social media, see what goes on with being in a cafe. Because granted, I the advice I have to give to is it is work. I mean, we do play a lot, and you make a lot of friends, and you get really close. But certain maid cafes, at least how Sumuji is ran, is that it really is a cafe. It is a bona fide thing. If we did have a brick and mortar thing, it's as serious as we think it is. But we
Oh, yeah.
work hard, but we also play very hard. So be prepared
Yeah.
to go out. Like, you're gonna be with your friends, and that definitely helps every single one of us, I believe, to be our best and to bring our best for our guests.
It's definitely a team effort. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Mhm.
just really bring yourself to the table, but be willing to work with new experiences, be willing to kind of it's like I'm not gonna say it's like any job, volunteer job, or any place that you have to be out there in the public eye. um you have to hold yourself accountable for mistakes, blah blah blah, but at the same time, just do it. Like Butler Haru, like
Yeah.
Hmm.
he went to a cafe, was interested, submitted an application, and got accepted, and here he is now, one of Sumuji's veteran butlers. um
Yeah.
Yeah.
so I would say, be excited, be ready, and have fun, honestly, because that's what this is all about, is having fun and doing your best and making these lasting memories for people in the con community and just in the community in general. Because I mean, at least over here in America, especially each state I know has their own like special maid cafes, because they're like, oh, here's in California they have this or that, or even on the East Coast there's a ton of cafes. But just there's a lot, and I know they're going to be sprouting up every single year. So just do it.
Yep.
You won't regret it.
What about UV? Do you have any quick advice for people who want to be a butler?
Going back to my college and community classes, one was like, understand that people love to talk about themselves. So learn to listen and be able to follow up questions. Like, don't just like hear them, actually listen to them. Like, there's a hearing someone and listening to someone, and when you do follow up question and respond, they can see that and feel that, hey, he's actually listening to me, or he or she they're listening to me. I want to keep talking to myself because they're actually interested in what I'm talking about. And just seeing people's face light up when they notice that you're actually listening, and when they talk about their passions, all that, I love seeing that. So I'm like, also enjoy listening to people.
That's a really good point, actually. I guess unconsciously I don't notice that, but that is really, really good point to bring up. Wow, good advice, everyone.
Butler, just do it. Just do it. Just do it.
Yeah, Butler,
basically. Just don't be afraid.
That goes for that goes for like maids too. Just do it.
Yeah,
just try
and
it.
if you like, a lot of the maids that are the people that I see that are like, oh, they're so cute. I want to be. It's like, no, you're just as cute. Like, honestly, like, just do it. Don't just
try it.
Don't be self-conscious or
harder,
anything, because I mean, maids, especially in America, comes like everybody can be a maid. Anybody can be a butler. It's
everyone.
Not there's no set example of what a maid or a butler is. So you apply to either or. Apply to both. Apply to be both.
Yeah, like what's up?
Yeah.
We have multiple.
Man, I think I need to add like just do it somewhere in the description or title.
I mean, just be careful with the copyright.
Oh no, Nike.
True.
Yeah.
Nike X Sumuji collab.
All right, so next question. I think I actually really want to know about this one too. So I know you boys are very close in Sumuji. So what are the things that you bond over? I know one of them, you're doing it right now. Actually,
I guess we could. Okay.
Just start with that one.
We before this podcast started, we were scrambled for like 15 minutes trying to find. We're actually right now in Butler V's free company house in Final Fantasy 14 online.
Yeah.
Our characters are just sitting in this sitting room because we thought that because we can't see each other, it would be best. This is the next best thing. Yeah, so we're kind of just hanging out in here, just sitting down.
Yeah, we're role playing this podcast.
That's definitely something that we've been bonding over. I mean, we're like all three of us at least, and we hit it off really well. Like, there's never ever any time that we don't have a good time. But this is one of the more recent things because everything's online now that we've been playing. That we've played for like the past couple days all together. So
yeah,
last night I was playing with them, and we're doing dungeons. My first dungeon in Final Fantasy 14. That was fun.
What else do we bond over?
Because I just multiple games.
You guys do a lot of stuff.
Before, I mean, for a good while we tried to do roller skating, but then of course it was hard to group up because we want to be safe.
We haven't done that in a little bit. We play video games. Like, we have our own private Discord, and we usually are always on. Like, somebody's always on doing something, and that's what we bond over. We bond over anime. We bond over
weebs.
What weebs?
You weebs.
I thought you said something else. I'm like,
back when we used to hang out in person, we went over for like dance practice and stuff, and we on over that.
Dance practice.
I miss dance practice.
I think I mostly just miss seeing people.
Yeah.
and like being
Yeah,
able to
it's gonna
see people. We bond over being together in the same room.
Basically,
yeah, that's the bonding right
Because
because we
there.
go to everyone's birthday outside of the cafe and just like little get-togethers.
A
and I
lot of
miss
the time
those.
when it would just be
Yeah.
like one of us would show up at the party, be like, "Oh shoot, here they are," and then yeah.
All right.
Yeah, or yeah, we would get like we would go to like get food
That's
together at
my
restaurants
favorite
and
thing is to
stuff.
get food with friends. Like,
Aw.
oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's just there's no pressure. You're getting food. Speaking of food, I want
Yeah.
food.
Yeah, me too.
you guys woke up just for this. I already ate some.
I know. Well,
Dang
we
it.
were playing late last night anyway, and
Yeah.
I mean, I stayed up an hour past you guys left. Because I kept.
I know you got. We were like, okay, bye, and then I saw you still on, and I was like, oh no. I was like, please go to bed. It was what time was it? Like 4 in the morning? I don't remember.
And so I went to sleep around like 5, and then woke up at 9.
Oh boy, no, that could be me.
Yeah, food. And before the
Food.
shutdown, I always try to organize a boys' night.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
that's right.
It's you. You live far away.
Yeah, like it takes a lot of planning to plan boys' night. Because like
Yeah, I remember you guys would like meet halfway,
Yeah.
I think.
Try to meet halfway.
Try to.
Mhm.
and then
But well, I mean, it's like we're just already like we bond, like we've already bonded.
We're
So
still bonding.
I still I feel like whatever we do, it's just more bonding.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
And it doesn't
It's a
really
good time
have to
for
be
everyone.
anything specific.
try to think what to say.
yeah, you just do it.
We gotta stop saying that because
We're getting sorry.
Our social links are getting stronger.
We're bonding right now. Oh no.
oh shoot. Uh-oh.
All right, so I got 2 left here, so we're gonna be coming up here. So my next question for you guys is, what did you think of the Sumuji Butler design when you first saw it? You can be brutally honest. Please.
I mean,
Alright,
I'm
go.
just kidding. I don't hate it.
I don't like it.
No. I really do like it. I really do. I think it complements the maids very well. So, because the color schemes they match.
It's cute. It's simple.
Mhm.
You know, still works together. I'm not a big fan of red, but that's because I don't like red on me.
You're a red mage.
Mhm.
You're wearing red right now. Your title is the red. Right here, I could see. I'm looking at it right now.
Character is Spicy Boy.
You have a level 80 red mage.
Me personally, though, I'm more fan of the cool colors on the color wheel. So like blue, purple, and green.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
See my air colors and most of those.
Oh, okay.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the one is like what I feel like looks good on me.
But we can't really
That
go
makes sense.
against the brand of Sumuji, though.
Which I
Like
don't.
red or maroon is like our brand, kind of.
And I'm very careful when I do
Yeah.
that. My hair so that it doesn't clash with the.
I definitely like the maroon. Although I mean
Yeah, the maroon.
the high school I went to was maroon, so I saw a lot of it. But like this, what is it? In Final Fantasy 14, there is a color. It's called like blood curry. I don't know what it is. It's blood currant.
They have weird color
I
names.
think that's what it's called. Because when I get the maid outfit, it's $18 later. That's the dye I'm gonna use. But the Butler design, I like it because the contrasting white. It definitely is like very opposite of a lot of maid cafes that I've seen, because they always go
Yeah.
with like this is, or they all have different colored ones, and I don't really. I mean,
Doesn't really mesh well either.
I mean, like that's okay, I guess, because if you're trying to differentiate the maids. But I definitely like the fruit idea because we can all be uniform together and then just have our fruits like accents.
Yeah.
Especially because of the maroon, it definitely helps. And the maroon and white makes everything pop. Because when we walk, I realized I see it a lot too.
I just realized
What?
We're like a picnic basket. like the traditional picnic basket with the maroon and white like pattern and with fruit inside of it.
But yeah, whenever we walk around like conventions, I always hear people or see people like looking at us and glancing at us, because it's enough to be like anybody can wear a black and white maid dress, and you should if you haven't yet, or if you need to buy one. Just buy a maid dress. It doesn't have to be maroon, but a lot of people do wear those, and people are like, oh, they could be from a maid cafe. But when we walk around and we're all in maroon in our specially made maid dresses and the butler uniforms, people are like, oh, they are in a maid cafe. Like there's no second guessing, especially at
we're a unit.
Yeah. And I definitely like the Sumuji Butler design helps accentuate that with the girls' beautiful maid dresses.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right actually, like the maroon and white really do pop in like a crowd, like the color schemes of con hotel hallways are like they're like orange, brown, maybe green.
It's always like amber.
Yeah, the maroon does really pop. Yeah.
We almost
Yeah, the maroon does pop.
We almost went with black suspenders, and we're like, no, white looks better.
Yeah, white does look better.
Contrast. Yeah, now that I think about it too, like maroon and white isn't really a color scheme you really see in like every day, unless it's like a cosplay or something. Yeah, so things I didn't think about. Color theory. Who would have thought? I don't do art. What are you talking about?
Doesn't red make you hungry?
Red? Does red make you hungry?
Oh, red. I know.
I thought it was angry.
Well, yeah, no, because that's what they say. They say, well, not bulls. I don't think is that a real theory?
I don't know.
But they say that if you drive a red car, you're more likely to get pulled over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
That's a legitimate thing.
Blue cars get pulled over the least.
Yep.
Oh, that's so funny actually, because our strawberry maid, Kyuki, she just got a new car actually.
Is it red?
She calls it the Sumo. Yeah, she calls it the Sumo. And she got it in red because she was like, it's like Sumuji.
Aw.
Well, she could get pulled over.
Oh no!
Oh gosh, I've had ideas of like getting like a Sumuji van so we can all just transport together.
The Sumu mobile.
Oh, so who's doing it? Who's getting the Sumu van?
The company van.
Who's doing it? Don't.
I guess it's
don't
Kyuki,
look at me.
Because Kyuki, she has like a hatchback, red hatchback. So I guess that's
she got rid of the Sentra.
Van. Yeah, she got rid of it.
Oh,
farewell.
Hey, I drove that Sentra to California.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
you did. I drove it too, actually, to back home from California. Oh wow.
Rest in
Rest
peace,
in
that
peace.
Sentra.
To one of the MVPs of Sumuji. Honestly, that car has held so much of our stuff.
Held
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're going on to the last one now, and then we can wrap it up. So, I'm pretty sure you guys have thought about this, but if you were able to,
Yes.
would y'all
Yes.
want to wear?
Yeah.
That's no question.
And the problem is just trying to find one that
No,
fits.
legitimately, if you got my measurements, because I'm a little busty,
Yeah, me too.
like I would pay for the materials and the labor.
Yeah. Always
Yeah.
pay friends for material and labor.
Like legitimately, if you wanted to set aside some time, I would pay you for your labor and for the materials.
And I have never crossplayed before, but that would be like my first outing into that.
Yeah, it's fun to feel like floofy and pretty and like girly.
I can imagine.
We have discussed
Yeah.
doing a gender swap cafe, just where all the maids.
I want to do that.
But there would be only
Yeah,
like
because,
3 maids.
And we'll
Yeah.
be there, okay?
It'll be we'll call it a Butler cafe, and then and we also have maids.
Yeah, it's like a Butler cafe and our 3 mates. Or no, we have more. They might join us. I'm sure.
Yeah, because I remember at KikoriCon, I actually was a butler for that one.
Oh, yeah,
that's
you were.
right.
Yeah.
And I remember
Yeah.
like looking up, and I was like, "This is amazing."
It's like just one day we got to plan it out when we can. I'm 100% down for it.
Yep. We can be an all-maid cafe. There's no butler.
Oh, that would be
Because
cute. Actually,
I mean, I did crossplay. I still do, but I haven't in a while. I have a
Yeah.
girl Sona, and I love her very much.
Yeah.
Her name is
What do you do, though?
Celeste.
Is that gonna be your maid name as well, Maid Celeste?
No, well maybe that is
Cute.
cute. She is cute, but her colors are brown. But she would look good in maroon.
Oh, she could have like brown accents. She could be a coconut.
Wait,
Do we have a coconut?
Is that a fruit?
Is that
No,
fruit?
we don't have a
Yeah,
coconut.
I feel like a coconut is a fruit.
Lime in the coconut.
Oh,
Oh man.
it worked
Oh
out.
my God.
There you go.
It worked out
Okay, there. No
perfectly.
one can claim
Don't
the
steal
coconut. No, don't steal it.
File copyright. File copyright.
I call both.
Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna wrap it up. But if you let's make you guys a maid-sona. So we made Rio's maid-sona here. Made lime in the coconut.
Maid Celeste.
Maid Celeste. What about you guys? If you made a maid-sona.
Haru, take it from your heart. Any time to think.
Haruka.
No, I would be Haruhi.
Okay.
It's
Like
it
Haruhi says to me.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Maid
all
Haruhi.
right.
I don't know what fruit I'd be though.
Ooh.
I don't know what fruit is left that is
Yeah,
available.
started dragon fruit. I think that one's.
I was choosing between blueberry and banana when I was first joining, so I could be the blueberry maid.
Ooh, blueberry banana muffins though. Like,
Oh, there we
Yeah.
go. Yeah.
It's my favorite
Okay.
color is blue too. So
Ooh, okay.
ooh.
Blueberry banana. Lime in the coconut.
MV.
One, I'm not gonna shave my beard. Just saying, if we do this whole May thing, I'm not shaving my beard. The beard stays.
So
That's fine.
completely
we're not
Maids
saying that
with
you have
beards.
to.
No, like my other cafes, when they want me to dress a certain character or like do somebody's like your beard has to go. I'm like, oh man, I still did
Aw.
it.
Oh yeah, you look really different, like clean shaven. I was like, who the heck
We
is
have
this
pictures
person?
of we have Maid Marcy, like you, V, and me. We have pictures where I think we were at Matsuri, and your beard is shaved off because you had to do that thing.
Yeah,
But I don't remember if I could find that photo.
Oh, you should find it because I don't remember.
I'm tagging it so I could easily find it. But
Yeah,
what my maid would be.
yeah. What's
I
your
mean,
maid
V
sona?
works great either way. Like that's a great thing about V. Like I've seen a lot of people already named V that are female or identify as female,
Mm-hmm.
and they go by V. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. Like it's another V.
Aw,
V.
another V.
Maid
Maid
V.
V.
But like I don't know what fruit though. Like
Avocado.
What goes good with avocado?
Toast.
Lime.
Like what's it?
That's not a fruit. I'm just thinking about food.
Toast. Oh, dude, I could go for some toast.
this morning, while you were sleeping, I made
Yeah.
myself avocado toast with bacon.
This is why
Oh,
we're
God.
poor. This is why we can't afford things.
Yeah. See, yeah, Maid V. We're gonna get poor
Yeah.
if I Maid
We
V.
make nothing but avocado toast.
Avocado toast. At least I'm making it. Before I used to buy it, like $12 just for one big slice. When I could make it myself.
A slice of avocado is $12.
No, avocado toast. Like I went to
You
the
could just make it. Avocado's got like 40 cents.
Yeah, like avocados and like one slice of bread that should not cost $12.
I was like, you know, forget it. I'll make it myself. And so I started making it myself lately. Like later,
proud
I'm
of you.
gonna post a picture of my avocado toast I made this morning.
I'm like looking at avocado things, like recipes. They say like mango goes well, but I know we have
a mango maid.
a mango. Yeah. Like tomatoes, but I'm sure made
Also,
We have tomatoes.
tomato.
made sprout. No, because
No, jalapeno. Jalapeno. I had jalapenos to my avocado.
Is that a fruit?
Is that a fruit?
I looked it up.
Wait, everyone.
Hold on.
Google Quest. Is
Jalapeno fruit. Jalapeno is a fruit.
What?
Even more
I knew it.
specifically, a jalapeno pepper is considered to be a berry.
That's
Oh my
insane.
god, that would be so
Botanists-
cute to have a jalapeno made.
Botanists defined berry as a fleshy fruit with many seeds inside.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a fruit.
Wow.
I looked this up because I remember when we were trying to figure out, like, when people were searching around fruits. I was like, do I want to change avocado? I'm like, what can I be? I'm like, oh, I could be spicy boy and be jalapeno.
You can.
Then I could be
Wow.
spicy girl.
Wow. We figured it out.
Spicy
We've
girl.
done it.
Oh my gosh. Maid v the
Oh, now we
jalapeno
have to-
maid.
now we have to
Holy
do it.
moly. That's
Mhm.
beautiful. You guys after the show is over, you like go find artists like please
Can you do this?
Commissions.
We're now the blueberry, jalapeno, and coconut maids.
Aw,
Coconut.
cute.
You put the
How
lime
adorable.
in the
Oh my
coconut.
All right, so that's all my questions here, and thank you guys so much for
Oh,
talking with
no,
me. Those
thank
are
you.
Yeah,
really
this
fun
was
for
super
having
fun.
me.
to hang out with you
I talked a lot.
guys. Yeah, and yeah,
Yeah.
You make up.
it's okay. I bully you because I love you.
I've been bullied for so long now. It's never gonna end.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming on the show, and hopefully I'll have you guys on again for another episode. And for the listeners at home, thank you so much for listening this far. I feel like at some point this kind of deviated from a formal podcast to just like us chatting.
Always what's gonna
I
happen.
mean,
If
I feel like that's what happens. With
If you
every
want
podcast.
us to be like formal, I mean,
No,
I feel like
no, we
that'd
don't
be
do
more
that here.
boring.
yeah.
Bonding.
Yeah,
Okay.
we don't do that here. Well, all right. Anyways, everyone, thank you so much for listening, and I will see you again soon in the next episode. Bye bye.
Goodbye.
Bye. Time to fish.